Your mind is the most powerful tool you will ever own. It can either be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. Right now, your mindset is shaping your reality. Every thought you think, every belief you hold, and every habit you repeat is either pushing you toward success or pulling you deeper into mediocrity. But what if you could reprogram your mind the same way you would update outdated software? What if you could erase self-doubt, eliminate fear, and rewire your brain for confidence, success, and unstoppable focus? This audiobook will teach you how to break free from the mental chains holding you back and rebuild a mindset designed for greatness. If you are ready to take control of your thoughts, shift your mindset, and unlock your highest potential, this audiobook is for you. Your transformation starts now. Are you ready? Chapter 1. The mind is your greatest weapon. Your mind is the most powerful tool you will ever own. It can either build your success or destroy your potential. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, and every transformation begins with a single thought. But here's the truth. Most people never learn how to use their mind the right way. Right now, your mind is shaping your reality. The way you think determines the way you live. If you believe you are strong, focused, and capable, your actions will reflect that belief. But if you see yourself as weak, unmotivated, or stuck, then that is exactly how your life will unfold. Your mind is either your greatest ally or your worst enemy. Most people are trapped by their own thinking. They let fear, doubt, and negative thoughts control their actions. They tell themselves they are not good enough, smart enough, or lucky enough to succeed. But these thoughts are just mental chains that can be broken with the right mindset. Think of your mind like a weapon. A sharp, focused mind can cut through any obstacle, but an undisciplined mind, filled with distractions and negativity, becomes dull and weak. The strongest people in the world are not those with the best circumstances. They are those who have mastered their own thoughts. Success is not about luck, talent, or opportunity. It is about how you train your mind. The most successful people are not born with a different brain. They simply use their mind differently. They program their thoughts for focus, confidence, and action. Everything starts with a single belief. If you believe you can succeed, you will find a way. If you believe you are not capable, you will find an excuse. Your mind is always working, but is it working for you or against you? The key is to take control of your thinking. You must learn to recognize negative thoughts and replace them with powerful ones. When fear whispers, "You can't," you must respond with, "I will." When doubt says, "This is too hard," you must answer, "I will find a way." The way you speak to yourself matters. Every word you tell yourself programs your mind. If you constantly say, "I'm bad at this," you train your brain to accept failure. But if you say, "I am learning, I am improving, and I will succeed," you rewire your brain for growth. Your focus determines your reality. If you focus on problems, you will feel stuck. If you focus on solutions, you will find a way forward. Your mind follows whatever you give attention to, so choose wisely. The most powerful minds in history belong to those who refuse to let negativity control them.
How to get the most of Grammarly free.
It's Kayla on behalf of Grammarly to tell you all about the free version of the best.
They faced struggles, failures, and rejection, but they did not let these things break them. Instead, they trained their mind to push forward no matter what. Your mind is like a muscle. If you train it with discipline, it will become strong. If you feed it with knowledge, it will become wise. But if you neglect it, it will become weak. The choice is yours. The best way to sharpen your mind is through action. Do not just think about change. Take action toward it. The more you challenge your mind, the more powerful it becomes. Every day, you have a choice. Let your mind control you, or take control of your mind. Will you allow fear and negativity to dictate your future, or will you program your mind for strength, discipline, and success? A powerful mind is unstoppable. Once you learn how to use your mind as a weapon, no obstacle, no failure, and no challenge can defeat you. Your mind is your greatest weapon. Train it, sharpen it, and use it to build the life you want. Chapter 2. Breaking Free from Mental Chains. Most people are trapped, not by physical barriers but by their own thoughts. The greatest prison in the world is the one built inside your mind. Fear, doubt, and limiting beliefs act like invisible chains, keeping you stuck in the same place, repeating the same cycles. But here's the truth. Those chains are not real. You have the power to break free. Everything you believe about yourself was programmed at some point in your life. You were not born with fear, self-doubt, or insecurity. These were taught to you. Maybe someone told you that you weren't good enough. Maybe you failed once and convinced yourself you would always fail. Maybe you compared yourself to others and decided you could never win. But none of these beliefs are facts. They are just thoughts, and thoughts can be changed. To break free from mental chains, you must first recognize them. What negative beliefs are holding you back? What fears stop you from taking action? What excuses do you keep repeating? Be honest with yourself, because awareness is the first step to change. Fear is the biggest chain of all. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. These fears create hesitation, and hesitation kills dreams. But fear is not a real barrier, it is an illusion. The only way to overcome fear is to face it head-on. Doubt is another chain that keeps people stuck. Doubt makes you question yourself, hesitate, and shrink away from opportunities. But here's the truth. Everyone who has ever succeeded once doubted themselves. The difference is, they moved forward despite the doubt. They acted even when they were unsure. The longer you hold on to these mental chains, the heavier they become. Every time you tell yourself, "I can't," you add another lock to your prison. Every time you say, "I'm not good enough," you strengthen the bars. But just as you built these chains, you can break them. The key to breaking free is reprogramming your mind. You must replace weak thoughts with strong ones. Instead of saying, "I can't," say, "I will find a way." Instead of, "I'm not good enough," say, "I am learning and improving every day." Your past does not define your future. Just because you struggled before does not mean you will always struggle. Every day is a new opportunity to rewrite your story. Most people fail because they listen to their fears instead of their goals. They let the voice of doubt be louder than the voice of ambition. But if you silence that negativity and focus on your potential, you will start moving forward. Imagine what your life would look like if you had no fear, no doubt, and no hesitation. What could you accomplish? How far could you go? Who could you become? The answer is simple. You could become unstoppable. But it all starts with breaking free from the chains in your mind. Success is not about talent or luck. It is about mindset. The people who win in life are not always the smartest or the most skilled. They are simply the ones who refuse to be held back by doubt and fear. Change your thoughts, and you change your life. The moment you decide to stop accepting your mental chains, you will start moving toward the life you deserve. No more excuses, no more waiting, no more fear. It's time to take control of your mind, break free from the past, and move forward with power. Your mind has been unlocked. Now walk out of the prison you built. The world is waiting. Chapter 3. The Science of Thought Reprogramming. Your brain is like a supercomputer, and your thoughts are the software that runs it. Every belief, habit, and reaction you have is a result of mental programming, some of which were installed without your permission. If your current mindset is holding you back, it's time to rewrite the code and reprogram your mind for success. How your brain is wired. The human brain is constantly adapting. Every thought you think, every habit you repeat, and every belief you hold strengthens specific neural pathways. Over time, these pathways become automatic, shaping your actions and decisions without you even realizing it. For example, if you repeatedly tell yourself, "I'm not good at this," your brain forms a connection that makes that belief feel true, even if it's not. But the same principle works in reverse. If you start telling yourself, "I am improving every day," your brain will adapt to that new belief and make it your reality. The power of neuroplasticity. Neuroplasticity is your brain's ability to change. This means you are never stuck with the mindset you have now. You can rewire your brain for confidence, discipline, and success if you train it correctly. Reprogramming your mind starts with 3 steps. 1. Identify the negative programming. What thoughts are keeping you stuck? What beliefs have held you back for years? Where did those beliefs come from? Most of the limiting beliefs you have were picked up from society, parents, teachers, or past experiences. But just because they exist in your mind doesn't mean they are true. 2. Interrupt the old pattern. The next time you catch yourself saying, "I'm not smart enough," stop. When you think, "I'll never succeed," challenge that thought. Break the cycle by consciously rejecting negative beliefs and replacing them with stronger ones. 3. Instead of saying, "I can't," say, "I will find a way." Instead of, "This is too hard," say, "I am learning and getting stronger." Install new beliefs through repetition. Reprogramming your mind is not a one-time event. It's a daily practice. The more you reinforce positive beliefs, the stronger they become. Affirmations, visualization, and focused action are powerful tools to rebuild your mindset. Affirmations. Repeating your new mental code. The words you tell yourself shape your identity. Your brain doesn't know the difference between reality and repetition. It believes whatever you tell it the most. If you repeat, "I am disciplined, focused, and unstoppable" every day, your brain will start aligning your actions with that belief. Try this. Every morning say, "I am becoming the person I was meant to be." Before a challenge, say, "I always find solutions and push through." When doubt creeps in, say, "I am stronger than my excuses." Over time, these thoughts become your reality. Visualization, training your brain for success. Your brain reacts to mental imagery the same way it does to real experiences. If you vividly imagine success, your brain starts to believe it's possible, making you more confident and action-driven. Close your eyes and picture yourself achieving your biggest goal. Imagine how it feels, what it looks like, and how confident you are. The more you visualize it, the more your brain sees it as normal and achievable. This is the exact method that top athletes, CEOs, and high achievers use to program their minds for success. Action. Rewiring your brain through movement. Your mind is not reprogrammed by thoughts alone. It's reprogrammed by action. If you want to build confidence, take action despite fear. If you want to develop discipline, do the hard work even when you don't feel like it. If you want to overcome doubt, prove to yourself that you can handle challenges. Every time you act in alignment with the mindset you want, your brain strengthens that new belief. Over time, this becomes your default state. You are the architect of your mindset. Right now, you have a choice. Continue operating with the old programming that has kept you stuck. Or start reprogramming your mind to think, act, and succeed like a winner. Your mind is not fixed. It is a machine that follows the code you give it. If you want a different life, you must install a different mindset. The transformation begins now. Change your thoughts, and you change your future.
Relief sa dry non-stop ubo, kati ng lalamunan at sakit sa kakaubo.
Chapter 4. The Power of Positive Self-Talk. The way you speak to yourself determines the way you live. Every thought, every word, and every internal dialogue is shaping your confidence, your decisions, and ultimately your success. Most people do not realize that their biggest enemy is not the outside world, it is their own mind. Negative self-talk is a silent killer of potential. It convinces you that you are not good enough, that you cannot succeed, and that you will never break free from your struggles. But here's the truth. You are always listening to yourself, and whatever you say, your brain believes. Your mind is constantly taking in the words you repeat to yourself. If you keep saying, "I always fail," or "I'm not smart enough," your brain starts to treat those statements as facts. Over time, these thoughts become beliefs, and beliefs dictate actions. If you believe you are incapable, you will hesitate. If you believe you are unlucky, you will ignore opportunities. If you believe you cannot improve, you will never try. But just as negative words create limitations, positive words create possibilities. The secret to reprogramming your mind is to become intentional about the way you speak to yourself. Positive self-talk is not about pretending that life is easy or that struggles do not exist. It is about choosing words that empower you instead of words that weaken you. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," say, "I will find a way." Instead of thinking, "I always mess up," say, "I am learning and improving every day." Instead of believing, "I'm not good enough," remind yourself, "I am capable, I am growing, and I am becoming stronger." These small changes in language may seem simple, but they have a profound impact on the way your mind processes challenges. Science backs this up. Studies have shown that the words you use affect your brain chemistry. When you engage in positive self-talk, your brain releases chemicals like dopamine and serotonin, neurotransmitters associated with motivation, confidence, and well-being. On the other hand, negative self-talk triggers stress responses, making you feel anxious, overwhelmed, and incapable. Your words are not just words, they are instructions to your brain. If you want to feel powerful, you must speak to yourself with power. Many people allow their minds to run on autopilot, absorbing negativity from their past, their environment, and their own self-doubt. But you are not a victim of your thoughts. You have the power to choose the words that shape your reality. Instead of allowing fear and insecurity to control your inner dialogue, take charge of it. Train yourself to respond to challenges with strength, to setbacks with resilience, and to uncertainty with belief. If you do not take control of your inner voice, it will take control of you. Think about the way you talk to a close friend. If they were struggling, you would not tear them down or call them a failure. You would encourage them, remind them of their strengths, and push them forward. So why do you talk to yourself any differently? If you would not say it to someone you care about, do not say it to yourself. Speak to yourself with the same kindness, support, and belief that you would offer to someone you love. The most successful people in the world do not allow negative self-talk to dominate their minds. They have trained themselves to think in a way that supports their goals. They use positive affirmations daily. They correct negative thoughts immediately. They understand that confidence is not something you are born with. It is something you build through repetition. The way you speak to yourself daily determines the level of success you will achieve. Reprogramming your self-talk does not happen overnight. It takes practice and consistency. The first step is awareness. Start paying attention to the way you talk to yourself throughout the day. When you catch yourself saying something negative, stop and reframe it. Instead of thinking, "This is too hard," remind yourself, "I have faced challenges before and overcome them." Instead of saying, "I will never be successful," tell yourself, "Success is a process, and I am on my way." Every time you replace a negative thought with a positive one, you are rewiring your brain for success. The key to mastering positive self-talk is to be relentless about it. Do not let your old thoughts take control again. Feed your mind with empowering words every day. Write down affirmations and repeat them. Stand in front of a mirror and remind yourself of your strengths. Surround yourself with people who speak life into you. Your mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant will grow. If you plant negativity, you will harvest self-doubt. If you plant confidence, you will harvest success. If you struggle with self-doubt, start small. Every morning, look in the mirror and say something positive to yourself. It may feel uncomfortable at first, but repetition is what creates new beliefs. The more you reinforce a thought, the stronger it becomes. Do not just rely on thoughts, back them up with action. If you tell yourself that you are disciplined, prove it by following through on your commitments. If you say you are confident, practice stepping outside of your comfort zone. Your actions must align with your words for true transformation to happen. Your inner voice is the most powerful voice you will ever hear. It will either push you forward or hold you back. You have the choice to make it your greatest weapon or your worst enemy. If you want to succeed, you must train it to work for you, not against you. The words you repeat today will shape the future you live tomorrow. Choose them wisely. Chapter 5. The role of visualization in mindset reprogramming. Your mind is your most powerful tool, and visualization is the key to unlocking its full potential. Every great success begins in the mind before it ever becomes reality. The way you see yourself, the way you imagine your future, and the way you mentally prepare for challenges all determine the results you achieve in life. Visualization is not just wishful thinking, it is mental training that primes your brain for success. Your brain does not fully distinguish between imagined experiences and real ones. Studies show that when you vividly picture yourself performing an action, whether it's speaking confidently, winning a competition, or achieving a goal, your brain activates the same neural pathways as if you were actually doing it. This means that when you consistently visualize success, you are training your brain to believe in it and act accordingly. Your mind becomes conditioned to see success as your reality, making it easier to take action and push past obstacles. Think about elite athletes. They do not just train their bodies, they train their minds. Before stepping onto the field or into the arena, they mentally rehearse their movements, their strategies, and their victories. They see themselves winning before they actually win. This is not magic, it is science. By visualizing success, they create a mental blueprint that guides their actions and boosts their confidence. If athletes use visualization to master their craft, why wouldn't you use it to master your own life? Visualization is about creating a clear mental image of what you want and immersing yourself in the experience. The more detailed and vivid your mental images are, the more powerful the effect. If you want to be confident, visualize yourself speaking with certainty, walking with purpose, and radiating self-assurance. If you want to build wealth, imagine making smart financial decisions, seeing your bank balance grow, and feeling financially free. The clearer the vision, the more real it becomes to your subconscious mind. Your subconscious mind is always working, shaping your actions based on the dominant images you feed it. If you constantly visualize failure, rejection, or doubt, your subconscious will guide you toward those outcomes. But if you program it with images of success, growth, and confidence, it will push you to take the necessary steps to turn those images into reality. Your thoughts create your reality, so make sure your mental pictures align with the future you want. Most people do not reach their potential because they cannot see themselves achieving greatness. They focus on their limitations instead of their possibilities. Visualization allows you to shift your focus from what you lack to what you are capable of. When you see yourself succeeding over and over again in your mind, you start believing that success is inevitable. Belief is the foundation of achievement. If you can see it in your mind, you can create it in your life. Fear often stops people from taking action. They hesitate, doubt themselves, and avoid risks because they imagine everything that could go wrong. But visualization allows you to flip the script. Instead of seeing yourself fail, see yourself succeeding. Instead of imagining rejection, imagine acceptance. Instead of focusing on fear, focus on power. When you visualize positive outcomes consistently, fear loses its grip on you. One of the most effective ways to use visualization is to mentally rehearse difficult situations before they happen. If you have a big presentation, visualize yourself speaking clearly, engaging your audience, and feeling confident. If you have an important interview, picture yourself answering questions with certainty and impressing the interviewer. The more you practice success in your mind, the more natural it becomes in real life. Repetition strengthens the connection between your thoughts and your actions. Visualization should not just be about seeing, it should involve all your senses. When you picture success, feel the emotions of victory, hear the sounds of achievement, and experience the excitement as if it were happening now. The more immersive your visualization, the stronger the impact on your subconscious mind. Your brain thrives on details, so make your mental images as real as possible. Some people dismiss visualization as just thinking, but it is much more than that. It is mental conditioning. It is a tool that rewires your brain for success. The reason so many people struggle with self-doubt and hesitation is that they spend more time picturing failure than success. They allow negative thoughts to dominate their minds, reinforcing fear and uncertainty. Visualization is about taking back control of your mind and training it to expect success. Success does not happen by accident. It happens because you have programmed yourself to see it, believe it, and pursue it with certainty. The moment you start visualizing yourself as someone who wins, your actions will follow that vision. You will begin to make decisions that align with success. You will attract opportunities that bring growth, and you will develop the resilience to keep moving forward. Visualization is the first step to becoming the person you were meant to be. Another powerful technique is creating a vision board, a collection of images, words, and symbols that represent your goals. Seeing these images every day reinforces your focus and reminds your brain what you are working toward. It keeps your goals in your subconscious, guiding your thoughts and actions toward making them a reality. The mind responds to repetition, and the more you see your goals, the more they become ingrained in your belief system. The most successful people in the world have mastered the art of mental imagery. They have conditioned themselves to see opportunities instead of obstacles, to expect greatness instead of failure, and to believe in their potential even before they have proof of it. This mindset is not something they were born with. It is something they developed through repetition and practice. If they can train their minds for success, so can you. Your current life is a reflection of the thoughts you have repeated most often. If you want to change your life, you must change the way you think. Spend time each day visualizing yourself succeeding. Close your eyes, see your future self living the life you want, and let that vision become your new reality. Do not just wish for success. Mentally prepare for it. Your mind is the architect of your future, and visualization is the blueprint that will build it. The power of visualization is that it allows you to experience success before it happens. It builds confidence, removes hesitation, and prepares you for the challenges ahead. If you can see yourself thriving, winning, and overcoming obstacles, then nothing will feel impossible. You will start to believe in yourself on a deeper level, and that belief will drive you to take action toward your dreams. Your mind cannot hold two conflicting beliefs at once. Choose to believe in your greatness. The best part about visualization is that it costs nothing. You do not need special tools, extra resources, or external validation. All you need is your mind, your focus, and your commitment to seeing yourself as the person you want to become. The only thing standing between you and the life you desire is the way you think. Change your thoughts, and your life will change with them. The difference between those who succeed and those who stay stuck is not intelligence, talent, or luck. It is their ability to control their minds. Train your mind to expect success, and success will follow. Train your mind to see obstacles as stepping stones, and you will move forward with confidence. Train your mind to visualize the best possible outcomes, and your actions will align with that vision. The future is created first in the mind. Make sure yours is building something great. Chapter 6. How to Master Emotional Intelligence for Success. Success is not just about intelligence, skills, or hard work. It is about mastering your emotions. Emotional intelligence is the ability to understand, control, and use your emotions in a way that benefits you rather than hinders you. Most people let their emotions control them, reacting impulsively, allowing fear to dictate their decisions, or letting anger destroy relationships. But those who achieve long-term success understand that emotions are tools, not barriers. When you learn to master your emotions, you gain the power to navigate any challenge with clarity, confidence, and control. Your emotions are the filter through which you see the world. If you are constantly anxious, everything will feel like a threat. If you are always angry, you will see conflict in every situation. But if you cultivate emotional intelligence, you can train yourself to respond rationally instead of reacting emotionally. This does not mean suppressing your feelings. It means understanding them, processing them, and using them to make better decisions. Your ability to stay calm and in control will separate you from those who let their emotions ruin opportunities. Self-awareness is the foundation of emotional intelligence. Many people do not realize how much their emotions influence their thoughts and actions. They assume they are making logical choices, but in reality, they are being driven by fear, insecurity, or past trauma. When you become aware of your emotions in real time, you gain the ability to pause, reflect, and choose your response instead of acting on impulse. Instead of letting stress overwhelm you, you can recognize it and take steps to manage it. Instead of allowing doubt to stop you, you can reframe it into motivation. One of the most powerful aspects of emotional intelligence is learning how to regulate your emotions. This does not mean ignoring your feelings or pretending they do not exist. It means developing the ability to process emotions in a healthy way. If something makes you angry, instead of exploding or holding on to resentment, you acknowledge the feeling and find a productive way to express it. If fear arises, instead of letting it paralyze you, you analyze where it is coming from and find ways to push through it. Emotional regulation is the key to staying strong and focused in difficult situations. Success requires resilience, and resilience comes from emotional intelligence. Life is unpredictable. No matter how much you plan, unexpected setbacks will happen. The difference between those who recover and those who crumble is how they handle adversity. Emotionally intelligent people do not dwell on failures. They analyze them, learn from them, and move forward. They do not let emotions like frustration, disappointment, or self-doubt stop them from continuing to take action. They train their minds to stay grounded and adaptable no matter what happens. One of the greatest skills you can develop is the ability to detach from immediate emotions and see the bigger picture. When something goes wrong, most people get caught up in the emotion of the moment. They feel frustrated, hurt, or defeated. But those with high emotional intelligence step back and ask themselves, how will this matter a year from now? What can I learn from this? How can I use this situation to grow? This shift in perspective allows them to respond with wisdom rather than emotion. Another key component of emotional intelligence is empathy, the ability to understand and connect with others on an emotional level. Success is not just about your personal growth. It is also about how well you communicate, lead, and influence those around you. People with high emotional intelligence can read the emotions of others, respond appropriately, and build strong relationships. They know how to listen, how to inspire, and how to create an environment where people feel understood and valued. This skill is what separates great leaders from average ones. Mastering emotional intelligence also helps you develop patience. Many people fail because they are too reactive, too quick to give up, or too impatient to see results. They get frustrated when success does not happen immediately, and they make impulsive decisions based on temporary emotions. But those with emotional intelligence understand that success is a long game. They train themselves to stay committed even when emotions fluctuate. They do not let temporary feelings destroy long-term progress. Fear is one of the most limiting emotions, and emotional intelligence helps you overcome it. Fear will always be present in some form. It is part of being human. But instead of allowing it to control your actions, you can learn to use fear as a guide. If something scares you, it usually means it is important. Emotionally intelligent people recognize fear, acknowledge it, and then move forward anyway. They do not wait for fear to disappear. They act in spite of it. Your mindset and emotions are deeply connected. If you constantly feed your mind with negativity, self-doubt, and stress, your emotional state will reflect that. But if you take control of your thoughts and focus on solutions, growth, and self-discipline, your emotions will shift accordingly. The way you think determines the way you feel, and the way you feel determines the way you act. Discipline plays a major role in emotional intelligence. Many people let emotions dictate their actions, which leads to inconsistency. One day they feel motivated and work hard, and the next day they feel tired and do nothing. But emotional intelligence allows you to separate feelings from actions. You do what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel in the moment. Success requires emotional control because the path is never smooth. If you allow frustration, doubt, or impatience to dictate your decisions, you will give up before you reach your full potential. But if you develop the discipline to keep moving forward, no matter what emotions arise, you will achieve results that most people never will. Emotional intelligence is the skill that keeps you moving when motivation fades. Understanding your emotions also helps you avoid unnecessary stress. Many people create their own suffering by overreacting to small things, worrying about things they cannot control, or holding on to past mistakes. But when you master your emotions, you learn to let go of what does not serve you. You stop wasting energy on things that do not matter. You protect your focus, your peace, and your mental clarity. The ability to remain calm in high-pressure situations is a rare and valuable skill. When chaos surrounds you, when things go wrong, and when people around you are panicking, your ability to stay level-headed gives you an advantage. You make better decisions. You maintain control. You show strength when others fall apart. This level of emotional mastery makes you powerful. High emotional intelligence also helps you stay humble. When you achieve success, it is easy to become arrogant or complacent. But when you are emotionally intelligent, you remain self-aware. You recognize that there is always more to learn, more to improve, and more room to grow. You do not let pride blind you. You stay hungry, disciplined, and focused on continuous improvement. One of the most powerful aspects of emotional intelligence is learning how to use emotions as fuel. Instead of letting anger turn into resentment, use it as motivation to work harder. Instead of letting doubt slow you down, turn it into proof that you can overcome anything. Instead of seeing frustration as a roadblock, view it as a sign that you are pushing beyond your comfort zone. Emotions are energy. Learn to redirect them towards success. The truth is, most people never master emotional intelligence because they never take the time to understand themselves. They react instead of responding. They let emotions control them instead of learning to control their emotions. But if you take the time to develop this skill, you will gain a mental advantage over the majority of people. You will make better decisions, build stronger relationships, and move through life with clarity and control. Mastering emotional intelligence is one of the most valuable things you can do for yourself. It will improve every aspect of your life, your career, your relationships, your personal growth. It will allow you to stay strong in adversity, to think clearly in chaos, and to remain disciplined no matter what. If you can control your emotions, you can control your destiny. Emotional intelligence is the ability to regulate and channel your emotions in a way that serves you rather than limits you. Many people react to situations without considering the long-term consequences of their emotional responses. They let anger, frustration, and stress take over, leading them to make impulsive decisions that they later regret. When you develop emotional intelligence, you learn to pause, reflect, and respond in a way that aligns with your goals instead of being controlled by your immediate feelings. One of the most common emotional traps people fall into is allowing external circumstances to dictate their internal state. They feel good when things are going well, but the moment they face a challenge, their emotions spiral out of control. The most successful individuals understand that emotional control comes from within. They do not allow the ups and downs of life to shake their focus. Instead, they train themselves to remain steady regardless of what is happening around them. Emotions are powerful, but they must be directed with intention. If you allow your emotions to dictate your choices, you will struggle to stay consistent. Motivation fluctuates, but discipline remains. Emotional intelligence allows you to move forward even when you do not feel like it. This is what separates those who succeed from those who make excuses. They do not wait for their emotions to be in the right place. They take action regardless of how they feel. When you lack emotional intelligence, small problems become overwhelming obstacles. A minor setback feels like a major failure, and one moment of doubt convinces you to give up completely. But when you master your emotions, you see setbacks for what they really are: temporary challenges, not permanent barriers. Emotionally intelligent people understand that problems are part of the process, and they do not allow negative emotions to keep them stuck. Many people fail to understand that emotions are signals, not commands. Feeling afraid does not mean you should stop. Feeling frustrated does not mean you should give up. Feeling uncertain does not mean you should hesitate. When you develop emotional intelligence, you learn to interpret your emotions instead of blindly following them. You acknowledge them, but you do not let them dictate your actions. A key aspect of emotional intelligence is emotional endurance. the ability to sustain effort and stay committed even in the face of emotional discomfort. Most people quit because they cannot handle the emotional weight of struggle, uncertainty, and fear. But those who are emotionally intelligent know that discomfort is temporary. They have trained themselves to endure short-term pain for long-term success. Mastering emotional intelligence means understanding the emotional triggers that hold you back. What situations make you anxious? What words make you defensive? What setbacks make you lose motivation? When you identify these patterns, you gain the power to change them. Instead of reacting impulsively, you can develop strategies to handle them with clarity and control. Your ability to handle stress is one of the most critical factors in your success. Stress is inevitable, but how you respond to it determines whether it strengthens you or breaks you. People with low emotional intelligence let stress overwhelm them, leading to burnout, poor decisions, and wasted time. Those with high emotional intelligence know how to manage stress by staying calm, prioritizing effectively, and taking intentional breaks without losing momentum. Confidence and emotional intelligence go hand in hand. If you cannot manage your emotions, you will struggle to maintain confidence in yourself and your abilities. Confidence is not just about believing in yourself, it is about trusting that you can handle whatever comes your way. Emotionally intelligent people build confidence by proving to themselves over and over again that they can navigate challenges with strength and focus. Another important skill in emotional intelligence is the ability to manage frustration. Many people quit too soon because they get frustrated when things do not go as planned. They expect instant results and lose patience when success takes longer than they thought. Emotionally intelligent individuals, however, embrace frustration as part of the process. They do not let it weaken them. They use it as fuel to push harder and refine their strategies. Most people waste valuable time arguing, defending themselves, or engaging in conflicts that do not serve them. Emotionally intelligent individuals, on the other hand, choose their battles wisely. They do not waste energy on proving a point or reacting to negativity. They know when to speak and when to stay silent. They protect their energy by focusing only on what truly matters. Self-doubt is a major roadblock to success, and emotional intelligence helps you overcome it. Instead of allowing doubt to paralyze them, emotionally intelligent people acknowledge it, but do not let it stop them. They reframe doubt as an opportunity for growth. They ask themselves, "What if I succeed?" instead of, "What if I fail?" They take action even when they do not feel fully ready, trusting that they will learn along the way. Another critical part of emotional intelligence is learning how to regulate excitement and avoid overconfidence. While confidence is essential, too much excitement can lead to poor decision-making. Many people make impulsive choices when they are overly enthusiastic, only to regret them later. Emotionally intelligent people maintain balance. They celebrate wins but remain grounded. They think long-term rather than getting caught up in temporary emotions. The ability to handle criticism is a true test of emotional intelligence. Most people take criticism personally, allowing it to damage their self-esteem or cause them to react defensively. But emotionally intelligent people use criticism as a tool for growth. They separate emotion from logic and ask themselves, "Is there truth in this feedback? Can I learn from it?" They take what is useful and discard what is not, without letting their ego get in the way. Another sign of emotional intelligence is the ability to maintain composure in moments of pressure. When faced with difficult situations, most people panic, overreact, or shut down. But those who are emotionally intelligent remain steady. They slow their breathing, clear their mind, and focus on solutions instead of problems. They understand that staying calm gives them an edge when others are losing control. Emotional intelligence also allows you to develop a strong personal identity. Many people shape their emotions based on the opinions of others. They feel good when they are praised and insecure when they are criticized. But emotionally intelligent individuals build their confidence from within. Their self-worth is not dependent on validation from others. It comes from knowing who they are and staying true to their values. Mastering your emotions makes you more adaptable. Life is unpredictable, and things will not always go according to plan. If you cannot handle change, you will struggle to succeed. Emotionally intelligent people are flexible. They accept that things will not always go their way, but they do not let that stop them. They adjust, adapt, and continue moving forward. A highly underrated skill in emotional intelligence is the ability to let go. Many people hold on to past mistakes, regrets, and negative experiences, allowing them to drain their energy. But those who are emotionally intelligent understand that holding on to the past does not change it. They learn from it, but they do not dwell on it. They focus their energy on the present and the future instead of wasting it on things they cannot change. Emotional intelligence is not just about managing negative emotions, it is also about amplifying positive ones. Emotionally intelligent people train themselves to feel gratitude, excitement and joy, even in small moments. They recognize that success is not just about reaching the destination, but also about enjoying the journey. They create happiness from within, instead of waiting for external factors to make them feel fulfilled. At its core, emotional intelligence is about mastering yourself. If you cannot control your emotions will control you. Every decision you make, every action you take, and every goal you pursue will be influenced by your ability to manage your inner world. Mastering emotional intelligence is not just an advantage, it is a necessity for long-term success. Chapter 7. How to Destroy Fear and Self-Doubt. Fear and self-doubt are the greatest enemies of success. They creep into your mind, whispering lies that convince you to hesitate, second-guess yourself, and stay in your comfort zone. The truth is, fear is not real. It is a creation of your mind. It is an illusion designed to keep you safe, but in reality, it is keeping you stuck. If you let fear control you, you will never reach your true potential. Most people wait for fear to disappear before taking action, but that moment never comes. Fear does not vanish on its own. It must be confronted. The strongest individuals in the world still experience fear, but the difference is that they take action anyway. The only way to destroy fear is to walk straight into it, again and again, until it loses its power over you. Fear thrives in hesitation. The longer you wait to take action, the more powerful fear becomes. When you overthink, doubt creeps in, and suddenly the simple task in front of you feels impossible. The key is to act before fear has time to paralyze you. Stop thinking and start doing. This is how you take away fear's control over you. Self-doubt is just as dangerous as fear. It convinces you that you are not good enough, smart enough, or capable enough to succeed. But self-doubt is not a reflection of your actual abilities. It is simply a habit of thinking. If you tell yourself you are not good enough, you will believe it. But if you start telling yourself, I am capable, I am improving, and I will succeed, your mind will adapt to that new reality. The fear of failure is one of the biggest reasons people never chase their dreams. They are so afraid of making mistakes that they never even try. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of success. Every successful person you admire has failed more times than they can count. The difference is, they did not let failure stop them. They used it to grow stronger. Fear and self-doubt often come from past experiences. Maybe you failed before, and now you are afraid to try again. Maybe someone told you that you were not good enough, and now you believe it. But your past does not define you. Just because something happened before does not mean it will happen again. You are in control of your future, and you can rewrite your story at any moment. One of the biggest lies fear tells you is that you need to be ready before you take action. But readiness is a myth. No one ever feels 100% ready. If you wait until you feel completely prepared, you will wait forever. The truth is, confidence comes from action. The more you do something, the better you get, and the less fear you feel. Your mind is wired to focus on potential dangers, but you can retrain it to focus on possibilities instead. Instead of asking yourself, "What if I fail?" ask, "What if I succeed?" Instead of focusing on what could go wrong, focus on what could go right. Your thoughts shape your reality, and shifting your mindset from fear to possibility will change everything. Fear is a habit, but so is courage. The more you practice facing your fears, the braver you become. Start small. Do one thing each day that makes you uncomfortable. Speak up in a meeting, take on a challenge, or try something new. With every step, your confidence will grow and fear will shrink. Fear loses its grip when you prove to yourself that you can handle anything. One of the biggest fears people have is the fear of what others will think. They hold themselves back because they do not want to be judged, criticized, or laughed at. But the truth is, people are too focused on their own lives to worry about yours. Even if they do judge you, their opinions do not define you. Stop living for approval and start living for yourself. Fear and self-doubt can also be fueled by perfectionism. Many people do not start because they want everything to be perfect. But perfection is an illusion. It does not exist. The longer you chase perfection, the longer you delay progress. Success comes from taking imperfect action, learning and improving along the way. Your environment plays a huge role in your mindset. If you are surrounded by negative people who feed your fears and doubts, it will be harder to overcome them. But if you surround yourself with people who encourage and challenge you, you will gain the confidence to push through fear. Choose your circle wisely. Your mindset depends on it. The best way to silence fear is to drown it out with action. Fear thrives in inaction. The more you sit and think about your fears, the stronger they become. But the moment you take action, fear starts to fade. Even if you do not feel confident at first, take the step anyway. Confidence is built through experience, not through waiting. Self-doubt is just an untested belief. You may think you are not capable of something, but have you actually tested that belief? Challenge your doubts by taking small actions. If you think you are bad at something, practice it every day. If you think you are not strong enough, push yourself harder. Prove to yourself that your doubts are wrong. The mind follows the body. If you sit still, hesitate, and stay passive, your mind will stay in fear mode. But if you move, take action, and push forward, your mind will follow. Physical action leads to mental confidence. Train yourself to move forward no matter how you feel. Your body is capable, and your mind will catch up. One of the most powerful mindset shifts you can make is understanding that fear is temporary, but regret lasts forever. If you do not take action because of fear, you will always wonder what could have been. But if you take the risk and fail, at least you learned something. Fear fades, but missed opportunities stay with you. Your greatest enemy is not failure, it is inaction. Every day you do not take action, you reinforce fear and self-doubt. But every time you move forward, you strengthen confidence and courage. If you want to change your life, you must commit to acting despite fear. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is taking action in spite of it. Rewriting your self-image is crucial for overcoming fear and self-doubt. Start seeing yourself as someone who is strong, confident, and capable. Speak to yourself with power. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," say, "I am figuring it out." Instead of thinking, "I'm not good enough," say, "I am improving every day." Your words create your reality, so choose them wisely. Fear and self-doubt will always try to return, but they only have power if you let them. The secret to long-term confidence is to keep pushing forward, even when fear resurfaces. Do not expect fear to disappear completely. Expect yourself to handle it better each time. You are stronger than your fears, and the more you face them, the weaker they become. The battle against fear and self-doubt is won through repetition,